Hey guys, this is Mr. Stubbs, and today we are going to do lesson 18-3, which is lateral and total surface area of pyramids. We've done surface area of prisms. Now we're going to move over to pyramids. So our learning targets for today are to calculate the lateral and total surface area of grab my tool here, and if you fill that in, it should be pyramids. So make sure you're following along in the notes and filling these in as we go. The next section says the students in Mr. Stubbs' math class also investigate how to find the surface area of pyramids. A net pyramid the students use are on the handout. So your handout should have that net right there that I have down at the bottom of my notes. The next section of notes says the lateral area of a pyramid is the combined area of the faces. The faces that make up a pyramid are what shape? And I would pause the video and try to fill this in before you see what I put in. Okay. That face is made up of the shape of a triangle or triangles. And with all of these, guys, you can pause the video anytime to see if you know what it is before I type it in. The height of a triangular face is called something we call the slant height. And I want you to think about that term, slant height, and what the word slant actually means. Remember, in order for all the faces of a pyramid to meet, they must slant or lean in to connect at the top. If you look at that photo below, you could see that they won't meet at the top if they were not slanted. Remember, do not confuse the slant height, which is this, with the actual height of the pyramid. Alright, so we're going to use net 4 down here at the bottom. Alright, your handout. And we are going to draw the slant height on the net. So you should have 4 slant heights drawn because there's 4 faces that make up this square pyramid. And once you do that, I want you to check with mine. So I would pause the video before to make sure you are doing the same thing. So if you're looking at slant height, you're looking to draw a line from the base to the vertex at the top of the triangle. And then you can do that for each one of these. So if you do that for this one and this one, you'll end up with all 4 slant heights. So once you unpause the video, you can see this to see if your slant heights are drawn and matched up with mine. So the next question says, why do you think it's called the slant height? Well, at this point, I would pause the video, write down your definition on your paper, and then see if it is similar to mine. Okay. It is slanted instead of vertical. We usually think of height as vertical height, but in this case it is slanted instead of vertical. So does your definition somewhat match mine? Alright, number 2, use net 4 to find the lateral area of the square pyramid. Lateral area is the area of the faces with the base fill that in here. The base not included. Once you add the base, then it becomes surface area. Therefore, the surface area of a pyramid is the sum of the areas of the triangular faces, which is the lateral area, and the area of the base. So you add them together. This is the formula that you can be used to find the lateral area of a regular pyramid. This is not the surface area formula. This is the lateral area. So L, which stands for lateral area, equals capital P times by lowercase l, or cursive lowercase l, divided by 2, where P is the perimeter of the base, whatever that base may be, a triangle, a square, or a rectangle, and lowercase l represents slant height, and capital L, let's get this over here, capital L is lateral area. So, consider a square pyramid with base edges. So the sides that make up the base are 12 centimeters and the slant height is 12. Draw a net to represent the pyramid and label the dimensions of the base edges and the slant height. Alright, so for this one, you're going to draw this, and then when you are done drawing it, raise your hand so I can come around and check to see if you drew it correctly. Alright, B. Find the lateral area and total surface area of the square pyramid described in question number 3. So, to get the lateral area, we would do L equals 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, because that is the perimeter of the base. Or you could do 12 times 4, which is 48, and then times by 10, because that's the slant height, divided by 2. And 48 times, so we have 48 times 10 divided by 2, which would equal 240 centimeters squared. So then to get surface area, we just need to get the area of the base, which is a square. So the formula for that is length times width, which in this case, for a square, it's easy. 12 times 12, which is 144. And then we just add that to the lateral area above, and you will get 384 centimeters squared, if I did that correctly. All right, number 4. The base of a regular triangular pyramid has sides that are 8 meters long and a height of 6.9 meters. Slant height of the pyramid is 6.9 meters. So we're going to find the lateral area of this, and instead of a square base, this time we have a triangular base. So we will do, let me put this down here, lateral area equals, so the perimeter, if one side is 8, that means in a triangle we have 3 sides and they're all 8, times by the slant height, which is 6.9, and then divided by 2, we end up with 82.8 meters squared. And you can do those calculations to see if you get the same thing. So make sure you plug that into your calculator to see if you get the same thing I do. All right, so since this base is a triangle, we got to find the area of the base, which would be base times height divided by 2, because we know that's how you get a triangle. And the base is 8. The height is 6.9, because it's the same as the slant height. They tell us that in question 4. Divided by 2, we get 27.6, and then we will add it to the lateral area that we got up top, and that will give us 110.4 meters squared. So that is your surface area. So you're just finding the lateral area, then getting the area of the base, adding them together, and you will get total surface area. Alright, so let's finish this out with some vocabulary. A regular polygon is a polygon with congruent sides and congruent angles. We like that because those are easy to work with. And then a regular pyramid, also called a right regular pyramid, that's another name for it, is a pyramid with a base that is a regular polygon, which means congruent sides and congruent angles, and the lateral faces are all congruent. So there you have it. That is lesson 18.3. Once you complete all of these notes, please show me your notes, and then I will move you on to the lesson practice. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.